sometimes think that I've had so much luck and so much good fortune that it frightens me somehow.
What does it take to become unforgettable? Not just famous, but eternal. Before the world ever called her a legend, Maggie Smith was already commanding attention in ways few performers ever could. With a presence that dominated both stage and screen, she built a legacy of unforgettable roles that spanned more than 7 remarkable decades. Her career wasn't just long, it was extraordinary, marked by a rare versatility that allowed her to move effortlessly from classical theater to beloved film roles. Whether she was enchanting millions as the quiet authority of Professor McGonagall in Harry Potter or holding live audiences spellbound in timeless stage productions, her talent was impossible to ignore. When she passed away at 89, the world didn't just mourn an actress, it paused to reflect on an era she helped define. The depth of that loss became painfully clear when Dame Judi Dench appeared visibly emotional while speaking about Maggie at the Cheltenham Literature Festival. Her tears spoke louder than words. They weren't just about grief, but about a lifelong bond forged through shared struggles, triumphs, and memories that stretched across decades. So what did their friendship truly mean? And why did Maggie's absence leave such a profound silence behind? Stay with us as we uncover the story behind their connection and honor the enduring legacy Maggie Smith leaves behind. From the outside, Maggie Smith's rise from the stage to the silver screen looks like a flawless success story, but the truth was far more complicated. Behind the applause and acclaim were intense personal battles, including a fierce rivalry with a legendary actor and a shocking onstage incident that left audiences stunned. She endured the emotional weight of her painful divorce that tested her resilience, and even faced a startling moment when a routine dental visit nearly revealed her husband's infidelity. Yet, through every challenge, Maggie refused to retreat. Instead, she returned stronger each time, continuing to captivate audiences worldwide with unwavering brilliance. Born Margaret Natalie Smith on December 28, 1934 in Ilford, Essex, her journey began far humbler than the icon she would one day become, and that contrast is what makes her story truly unforgettable. From the very beginning, Maggie's passion for storytelling was sparked by a family legend, the romantic tale of how her parents met on a train traveling from Glasgow to London, a story that quietly shaped her imagination. When she was just 4 years old, her family relocated to Oxford, where she grew up alongside her twin brothers Alair and Ian, in an environment that encouraged curiosity and creativity. At Oxford High School, education was taken seriously, yet by the age of 16, Maggie made a bold decision to walk away from the classroom and chase her true calling on the stage at the Oxford Playhouse. By 17, her determination paid off as her acting journey officially began, setting her on a path that would soon capture attention far beyond Oxford. In 1952, her performance as Viola in Twelfth Night marked a turning point, instantly revealing a talent that felt impossible to ignore. Rather than slowing down, she immersed herself in one production after another, appearing in shows like Cinderella and The Government Inspector, steadily building momentum by 1956. Her ambitions soon crossed the Atlantic, and in New Faces of 56, Maggie made her Broadway debut, dazzling audiences with her ability to transform seamlessly between roles. The following year, her performance alongside Kenneth Williams in Share My Lettuce further cemented her status as a rising force in theater, someone critics and peers alike began to watch closely. Recognition followed swiftly, and in 1962, her extraordinary skill earned her the first of 6 Evening Standard Best Actress Awards for her work in Peter Shaffer's The Private Ear and The Public Eye. Even legends took notice. Laurence Olivier, impressed by her talent, invited her to join his National Theatre Company at the Old Vic, a move that would define a powerful and complex chapter of her career. Though they collaborated closely, a fierce rivalry soon emerged between Maggie and Olivier, fueled by mutual admiration and intense competition on stage. Their dynamic was especially evident when she played Desdemona in Othello, a role that sparked both artistic tension and unforgettable performances. Years later, Maggie revealed on The Graham Norton Show in 2015 that Olivier once slapped her in a 1964 Othello performance, yet even that moment failed to halt their professional connection. Instead, she continued working with him in productions like The Master Builder and Much Ado About Nothing, as her reputation as a stage powerhouse only grew stronger. While her theater career soared, her transition to film began quietly, with an uncredited role in Child in the House in 1956, a small step that hinted at much bigger things to come. By 1959, her performance in Nowhere to Go earned her first BAFTA nomination, signaling her arrival as a serious screen actress. The turning point came in 1963, when her role in The VIPs, starring alongside Richard Burton and Elizabeth Taylor, secured her an Academy Award nomination for Best Supporting Actress. With that recognition, Maggie Smith's standing in the film world was no longer in question. During this period, she embraced a wide range of roles, repeatedly proving that her versatility was not just a strength, but her defining legacy. Maggie Smith first revealed her comedic genius in Go to Blazes, but she also surprised audiences by tackling a dramatic role in The Pumpkin Eater alongside Anne Bancroft. Beyond that, she brought historical figures to life in Young Cassidy, proving her versatility early on. By the 1970s, Smith's star was truly rising, and she became celebrated as one of the finest actresses across both stage and screen. 1969 marked a milestone when she earned the Academy Award for Best Actress for her unforgettable turn in The Prime of Miss Jean Brodie, a role that showcased her brilliance. Critics raved, with David Kerr of the Chicago Reader highlighting her technical mastery, and many naming the film among the decade's best British cinema thanks to her performance. Smith's talent didn't stop at film. She shone equally on stage. In 1970, she captivated audiences in the title role of Ingmar Bergman's London production of Hedda Gabler, a performance that secured her yet another Evening Standard Theatre Award for Best Actress. Then, in 1975, she made her Broadway debut in Noel Coward's Private Lives, directed by John Gielgud, and critics couldn't get enough of her comedic timing. The New York Times called her performance hilarious, cementing her Broadway success with a Tony nomination and a Drama Desk Award nod. Even outside traditional acting, Smith kept audiences charmed. She appeared on The Carol Burnett Show during this period, effortlessly showcasing her comedic flair to a nationwide audience. In 1972, Maggie Smith grabbed attention by taking on the role of Augusta Bertram in George Kerr's Travels with My Aunt, earning her a third Academy Award nomination for Best Actress and proving her talent could charm any audience. Her portrayal of the quirky, adventurous aunt became a career highlight, reminding everyone why she was unforgettable. She followed up with Love and Pain and The Whole Damn Thing, a bittersweet romantic comedy that, while not a box office smash, left critics raving about her ability to blend humor and heart in the role of a woman facing a terminal illness. Smith continued to shine in ensemble films, standing out in the 1976 murder mystery comedy Murder by Death, where her witty performance as Dora Charleston stole scenes, even if audiences wished for more screen time. By 1978, she embraced the strict, commanding M. Bowers in Agatha Christie's Death on the Nile, sharing the screen with icons like Angela Lansbury and Bette Davis, solidifying her place among cinema's elite. That same year, she won her second Academy Award, this time for Best Supporting Actress in Neil Simon's California Suite, a role as an Oscar-nominated actress that mirrored her own experiences navigating award season highs and lows. Her impeccable comedic timing and sharp delivery made the performance unforgettable, leaving critics and audiences alike impressed. Alongside her film success, Smith continued to dominate the stage. From 1976 to 1980, she shone at the Stratford Shakespeare Festival in Ontario, Canada, taking on legendary roles like Cleopatra in Antony and Cleopatra and Lady Macbeth in Macbeth, performances that showcased her mastery of both classical and modern theater. In 1979, she made a triumphant return to Broadway with Tom Stoppard's original play Night and Day, portraying Ruth Carson, the diplomat's wife caught in political turmoil, earning praise that outshone the play's own mixed reviews. Critics, including Walter Kerr from the New York Times, noted that Smith could elevate any material on stage, proving her brilliance despite a play's flaws. Her dedication and transformative performances earned her a Tony Award nomination for Best Actress in a Play, cementing her status as a stage legend. In 1983, Smith captured her first of 4 BAFTA TV Award nominations, dazzling audiences with her quirky turn as Mrs. Silly in the TV film All for Love. Her television brilliance didn't stop there, as she's shown again playing Susan in A Bed Among the Lentils, part of Alan Bennett's acclaimed Talking Heads series, a performance that secured her another BAFTA nomination and reinforced her mastery across screen and stage. By 1981, Smith had joined the ensemble cast of Quartet, a Merchant Ivory film set in 1920s Paris, where her eccentric portrayal of Lois Hayler earned her a BAFTA nomination for Best Actress, proving her range could capture the big screen as well. That same year, she embraced fantasy, playing the goddess Thetis in the adventurous blockbuster Clash of the Titans, showing audiences her talent can stretch from comedy to mythic epic with ease. Smith's comedic genius sparkled in 1982 with Evil Under the Sun, portraying Daphne Castle, a sharp-tongued playwright whose wit could cut through any scene, and she continued the streak in 1983's comedy Better Late Than Never, acting alongside David Niven and Art Carney, cementing her reputation as a versatile force. 1984 became a landmark year for Maggie Smith when she won her second BAFTA Film Award for Best Actress in A Private Function, a quirky black comedy about a small English town obsessed with a pig during rationing. A fun fact, 3 pigs, all named Betty, were used, and in one chaotic kitchen scene, Smith had to sprint to escape one of them. That same year, she showcased her effortless adaptability, starring with Christopher Plummer in the Hungarian-American film Lily and Love, proving she could navigate British and American productions with equal finesse. Earlier in 1978, she had already secured her second Academy Award for Best Supporting Actress in California Suite, a triumph that reminded the world she was far more than a comedic talent. By 1987, Smith stunned critics with a deeply moving performance in The Lonely Passion of Judith Hearn, portraying a lonely spinster battling alcoholism and unrequited love, earning her another BAFTA and firmly establishing her as one of the finest actresses of her generation. Between her celebrated film roles, Smith dominated the stage. In 1981, she won her 3rd Evening Standard Theater Award for Best Actress for her portrayal of Virginia Woolf in Virginia, a play chronicling the writer's turbulent life. She continued her theatrical triumphs in 1984, earning her 4th Evening Standard Award for The Way of the World, a witty restoration comedy teeming with sharp characters and sparkling dialogue. Back in 1987, Maggie Smith captivated audiences by taking the lead in Lettuce and Lovage, a comedy specially written for her by Peter Shaffer. The story, centered on a tour guide who humorously exaggerates the history of a stately home, quickly became a hit thanks to her performance. Her brilliant work in the role earned her an Olivier Award nomination, and when the play crossed over to Broadway in 1990, she claimed the Tony Award for Best Actress. Critics couldn't stop praising her, with Frank Rich of the New York Times highlighting how she infused the character with both depth and humor. On the big screen, Smith's career kept soaring as she took on the role of Charlotte Bartlett in A Room with a View, a Merchant Ivory production that racked up 8 Academy Award nominations, including Best Picture. Her nuanced performance brought her a 5th Oscar nomination and her 2nd Golden Globe Award, proving her talent translated seamlessly from stage to screen. By the early 1990s, she was a comedy powerhouse, delivering standout performances that audiences loved. One unforgettable role came as Granny Wendy in Steven Spielberg's 1991 blockbuster Hook, a playful retelling of the Peter Pan story with Robin Williams as an adult Peter and Dustin Hoffman as Captain Hook. The film grossed $300 million worldwide, and Smith's warm, hilarious portrayal of Granny Wendy endeared her to viewers, cementing her reputation as a versatile star. Her comedic brilliance shined even brighter in her next projects, where in 1992 and 1993, she portrayed Mother Superior in Sister Act and Sister Act 2 Back in the Habit alongside Whoopi Goldberg. Her performance as a strict yet kind-hearted nun brought both laughter and emotional depth, showing her knack for making even unexpected characters unforgettable. While comedy highlighted her range, Smith continued to command attention in dramatic roles. In 1992, she earned a British Academy Television Award nomination for her portrayal of Mabel Pettigrew in Memento Mori, a poignant TV film about elderly women confronting mortality. A year later, she received a Primetime Emmy nomination for her chilling performance as Violet Venable on PBS's Suddenly Last Summer, adapted from Tennessee Williams' play. Maggie Smith wasn't just thriving on screen, she was also leaving an indelible mark on the stage, proving her talent knew no boundaries. In 1993, Maggie Smith made a triumphant return to London's West End, stepping into the role of Lady Bracknell in Oscar Wilde's The Importance of Being Earnest, a performance that immediately earned her yet another Olivier Award nomination. The following year, she stunned critics with her haunting portrayal of a woman grappling with dementia in Edward Albee's Three Tall Women, a role that won her a record 5th Evening Standard Theatre Award for Best Actress, cementing her status as a true theatre legend. By the 2000s, Smith skyrocketed to new heights of fame, captivating audiences worldwide as Professor Minerva McGonagall in the Harry Potter series, adapted from J.K. Rowling's best-selling books. Her commanding yet tender portrayal of McGonagall instantly became a fan favorite, turning her into an unforgettable fixture of the wizarding world and a global icon. In this role, she reunited with Daniel Radcliffe, her co-star from the 1999 adaptation of David Copperfield, proving once again that her talent shined alongside Britain's finest actors. The Harry Potter series, with its ensemble of celebrated British talent, secured Smith's legacy in film history while captivating audiences across generations, making the franchise one of the most successful of all time. While promoting The Lady in the Van in 2016, Smith reflected fondly on her Harry Potter years, sharing heartfelt memories of working with Alan Rickman, who brought Professor Severus Snape to life. She described Rickman as an incredible actor and a joy on set, even sharing playful anecdotes about how they often ran out of reactions in certain scenes, resorting to exaggerated expressions of shock or sadness for the cameras. In 2001, Smith joined the star-studded cast of Gosford Park, Robert Altman's 1930s murder mystery set in a lavish English country estate. She played the snobbish Constance Trenton, a performance that earned her a 6th Oscar nomination for Best Supporting Actress. Critics praised the film, with Roger Ebert calling it a daring and thrilling achievement, solidifying Smith's reputation not just on stage, but as a cinematic powerhouse. In 2002, audiences were captivated when Smith appeared in Divine Secrets of the Yaya Sisterhood, starring alongside Sandra Bullock and Ellen Burstyn. The film, adapted from Rebecca Wells's novel, delved into the tangled and emotional bonds between mothers and daughters, leaving viewers deeply moved. That very year, Smith reunited with her close friend Judi Dench on stage for David Hare's play, The Breath of Life, where their undeniable on-stage chemistry won both critical acclaim and audience adoration. By 2003, Smith had earned her first Primetime Emmy Award for her work in HBO's My House in Umbria. She played Mrs. Emily Delahunty, a British romance novelist caught in a harrowing terrorist attack while traveling through Italy, delivering a performance that was both poignant and deeply moving, earning her yet another Golden Globe nomination. Smith's collaborative spirit continued as she reunited with Dench for the 2004 film Ladies in Lavender, set in a serene English village. The story followed two elderly sisters caring for a mysterious young man, and Smith's portrayal of the reserved, practical sister perfectly counterbalanced Dench's lively and adventurous character. In 2005, she delighted audiences in the black comedy Keeping Mum, alongside Rowan Atkinson. Her role as the eccentric Grace Hawkins added irresistible charm to this quirky story of a vicar and his unconventional family, making it an unexpected box office success. Smith's versatility shone again in 2007 when she starred in the British costume drama Becoming Jane, portraying a strict aunt to Anne Hathaway's young Jane Austen. That same year, she returned triumphantly to the stage for a revival of Edward Albee's The Lady from Dubuque at London's Theatre Royal Haymarket. Though the production received mixed reviews, critics couldn't ignore Smith's brilliance. Variety's David Benedict noted that she dominated the second act, even if her talent couldn't completely rescue the show. In 2007, Smith also starred in HBO's Capturing Mary alongside Ruth Wilson, earning her a 4th Primetime Emmy nomination for her haunting and layered performance. Her career continued to expand, with standout roles in the 2009 fantasy drama From Time to Time and the 2010 comedy Nanny McPhee in The Big Bang, where she charmed audiences as the delightfully quirky Mrs. Daltrey. However, it was her portrayal of Violet Crawley, the Dowager Countess of Grantham in Downton Abbey, that solidified her as a global household name. Airing from 2010 to 2015, the show became a worldwide phenomenon, with Smith's sharp wit and unforgettable one-liners making her an instant fan favorite. Her performance earned her multiple accolades, including 3 Primetime Emmys, a Golden Globe, and 4 Screen Actors Guild Awards. By 2015, Smith announced that the 6th season of Downton Abbey would be her last, closing a beloved chapter in television history, while leaving fans in awe of her legacy. Beyond her professional achievements, Maggie Smith's personal life, including her journey through love and marriage, remains just as fascinating, proving that her story off-screen is as compelling as the character she brings to life. Everything began in 1952, when fate brought her face-to-face with playwright Beverly Cross at Oxford University's Museum of Art and Archaeology, sparking a connection that would resurface in surprising ways. 6 years later, destiny nudged them together again when Smith took the stage in Cross's West End play Stripped the Willow, a performance that captured his heart, even though he was still married, setting the stage for a complicated romance. Cross didn't hesitate to propose, asking her to wait until his divorce was final, but life had other plans, as she unexpectedly fell for actor Robert Stevens during this waiting period, igniting a love triangle filled with tension and longing. Thanks to Cross's suggestion, Smith joined the National Theatre, a move that intertwined their careers and complicated her personal life, especially as Stevens himself was married and Cross's divorce remained unresolved. By 1967, life demanded a decisive turn when Smith and Stevens finally tied the knot, though their path to marriage was riddled with obstacles, making every moment a test of patience and resilience. That same year, tragedy struck as Stevens' ex-wife, actress Vivien Leigh, passed away, layering grief onto an already tangled situation, challenging them both emotionally. Already expecting a child, Smith faced a race against time since Stevens' divorce hadn't yet been finalized. Yet the couple's bond proved strong, showing their determination to protect their family above all else. To shield herself from intrusive press, Smith cleverly stepped away from acting until after their baby's arrival, even arranging for a trusted journalist to craft a friendly story in case reporters pried, a move that preserved her privacy under intense scrutiny. Fortunately, the legal hurdles cleared just in time, allowing the couple to marry 10 days before the birth of their son, Chrislyn, cementing a bittersweet yet joyful milestone in their lives. In the early years, their marriage shone with promise, with Smith blissfully unaware of Stevens' secret struggles with drinking, a hidden storm threatening their happiness. By 1969, they appeared inseparable, co-starring in the prime of Miss Jean Brodie, a film that earned critical acclaim and confirmed their status as a power couple in British theatre, a dazzling public image that masked private turmoil. Yet, behind the scenes, cracks were forming. By the late 1970s, Stevens' career faltered while alcohol and infidelity took their toll, revealing the fragility beneath their glamorous facade. While working on The Private Life of Sherlock Holmes, Stevens' attempted suicide served as a shocking alarm of his unraveling, forcing Smith into a role she hadn't anticipated. Struggling to hold the pieces together, she later admitted she didn't fully grasp the gravity of what was happening, a painful truth that tested her strength and endurance more than she ever imagined. Stevens' secret affairs only made life more chaotic, and eventually Smith could no longer ignore the truth when Stevens' dentist friend revealed an affair with his receptionist, who also happened to be Stevens' mistress. Despite desperate attempts to save their marriage, Stevens' hypermania, which triggered unpredictable mood swings and impulsive behavior, turned every day into a struggle. After 6 exhausting years of heartbreak, Smith finally decided to reclaim her life, filing for divorce in 1973. The story of love took a hopeful turn when Beverly Cross, a playwright who had long admired Maggie from afar, ended his second marriage in 1975, opening the door for them to finally unite. Once married, Maggie and Beverly relocated to Ontario, Canada, where she spent 5 years immersed in her work, while Beverly stepped in as a guiding figure for her sons since Stephen never reached out. Their bond grew unshakable, a connection built on trust, laughter, and unwavering support that lasted 23 years until Beverly's death in 1998 from heart disease. Maggie described the loss as unbearable, confessing she missed him deeply and never remarried, feeling that no one could ever fill the void left by her steadfast companion. She once shared, "Life seemed emptier without someone to share it with," a sentiment that lingered long after Beverly's passing. The world mourned when Maggie Smith herself passed away on September 27, 2024, marking the end of an era. At the Cheltenham Literature Festival, Dame Judi Dench broke down in tears while speaking with fellow actor Brendan O'Day, recalling the heartbreak of losing her dear friend alongside another close companion, Barbara Lee Hunt. Dame Maggie Smith, aged 89, left behind a legacy that spanned 70 remarkable years in film, theater, and television, a career that inspired generations and touched countless lives. Few actors leave a mark so unforgettable that their name becomes synonymous with brilliance, and she did just that. From commanding Shakespearean stages to enchanting audiences in blockbuster hits like the Harry Potter series, she cemented herself as one of the most iconic actors of her generation. Tributes poured in from her colleagues and co-stars, with Daniel Radcliffe, Emma Watson, and Rupert Grint sharing deeply heartfelt memories of working alongside her. Her legendary friendship with Dame Judi Dench began back in the 1950s at London's Old Vic Theatre, where their first shared stage performance sparked a bond that would last decades. Together, they collaborated on countless theater productions and films, ultimately culminating in the 2018 documentary Nothing Like a Dame, celebrating their enduring camaraderie. During the festival, when O'Day asked Dench to reflect on grief, she began sharing her famous analogy of grief as petrol, but emotions quickly overtook her, and she had to pause. Dench also opened up about her personal health struggles, including her battle with age-related macular degeneration, which has sometimes made working consistently a challenge. Yet, through it all, her determination never wavered. Relying on her extraordinary memory and unmatched passion, she proves that true artistry can rise above any obstacle. Her legacy is not just in the roles she played, but in the hearts she touched, the friendships she nurtured, and the brilliance she left behind.